Oh man, it's way too early. So, my basil, I'm just doing my basil. I'm on Tresiba. I started it in the summer. I'm not sure yet if I like it. And I know that's really, been a long time. It's been like 6 months, but my basil's been really weird recently. For the last while. Tresiba lasts a lot longer. I was on Lantus before, and Tresiba lasts like an extra day or something like that. Basil dose has constantly changing lately. So today I'm going to inject 18 units of Tresiba. The other week when I had COVID, so I went from 15 units to 20 pretty much overnight. I'm just like this floating head. I'm sorry about that. I've been high for the last 48 hours, which obviously is disgusting. So it makes you feel gross. So we're just gonna dial up 18 units. No, what did I say? Yeah, 18. I primed 2 first, so get rid of that. It's kind of not very nice to have to waste the insulin, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? So I've just had my first reminder of the day. Have you taken your background insulin? But so this was from when I was ill. I actually need to update my routine, but just put 18 units in. Hit record, so that's in. Then also, because I'm like really high, I'm 14.4. Well, I know I'm 13.8, so my watch is lying to me, but 13.8, I'm going to take a unit correction. I'll log that in Quin. So 1 unit. 7:39, feeling fine. Right, there we go. Record. Which is pretty cool. So it'll start around 7:44, reaching strongest effect around 8:28. So hopefully we'll start to see some change. Fingers crossed. I have a half unit pen for my Fiasp because I was on NovoRapid, and I found that like sometimes just like a whole dose, a whole unit is too much. So I really like the precision with the half unit pen, and then do 1 unit. I don't really know what this. I got told by my diabetes team, my original diabetes team, that 2 units is like the standard amount to sort of prime your needle. I don't know what other people do, but I've always just done 2. It's not even 8 a.m. and I'm already on 2 injections of the day. So also, just another thing I've just found right here, the needle cap and like paper tab right next to where my face was from doing a correction last night. I find these everywhere, honestly, I swear. And I was looking for that for ages, and then I must have just fallen asleep. So there it is. Good morning. So I was just perusing the old Instagram, and I had a notification from Quin just telling me that my 1 unit of Fiasp from 7:39 is starting. I'm actually 13.9 right now. I've gone up 1, so we shall see how that goes. Oh my goodness. The arrow is trending down slightly, so that is good because it's not nice feeling high for 48 hours straight. I'm gonna have a shower, which will bring it down even more, and then I am absolutely gonna go for a walk in the snow, which will bring it down even more. Potential hypo, but I'll have snacks, so it'll be fine. So I look slightly more presentable now. hair is questionable, but that is fine. So I'm going to go on a walk. The snow is still very much there, so I need to get my trusty £3 Aldi walking boots out of the wardrobe. I'm going to show you what I'm going to take out with me. I'm only going into the field behind my flat, but a diabetic cannot leave their home without taking their home with them. I have my case, do not judge the sharp situation. It's even worse over there. We won't talk about it. I always have my bag. Then in here, it's full of all kinds of rubbish, but I have 2 cartons of juice. That's kind of like my go-to hypo treatment. And then here I have some glucogel. I also have some glucogel in here. Personally, I don't think you can ever have too much glucogel because you just don't know, unfortunately. Oh, I need that now. Hand sanitizer. If I was going on a longer walk, I would probably take like some kind of like biscuits and stuff with me, or an apple or something. Yeah, it's only literally 5-minute walk, so I don't really take biscuits. Steve, my beloved, he always brings, he's fab, he always brings like snacks and stuff for me, even if I don't realise that he has, like he just secretly brings them. It's really nice. Sitting at 10.2, so let's go. Before I do go though, I just want to show you this. This is like one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. It is a bathroom shower caddy from Dunelm. It's incredible. Like it's basically just got all my diabetes stuff. So cookies in case I go low. My favourite ones are just chocolate chip digestives from Sainsbury's. Water, because last night was super high. I was really thirsty. I usually have like a couple of juice boxes on my thing, but I just have one right now. Lancets. This is just a box of needles, but I also keep my insulins, earphones, ketone strips, and my finger pricker. It's really handy though. Like I would very much recommend it if you are if you're living with diabetes and you need like a better bedtime storage solution. That's the way to go. Basically, I have a strategy. So I keep my Diabetic case, I carry that with me everywhere. Even if I move rooms in the house, in the flat, I always take it with me. It's just something I just kind of naturally started doing. And it makes me feel better knowing that it's in the same room as me. I don't know why. It just does. I don't live in a big flat, so it's not like if I left it in here and I went in the room next door that it would be like a crisis, but I just like having it with me. So at the end of each day, I take my fast-acting insulin, my finger pricker, test strips, and the glucometer, and I put them in my bedside thing. And then every morning I take it out, put it in my bag, and then I go next door to work. Oh my god, I've got no shoes on. Okay, so I'm back from the shop. That was very anticlimactic going outside. All the snow is like pretty much gone off the field, but there were people sledging out there, which is cool. It has done nothing but bad things to my blood sugar. I've gone up to 10.8, so I'm gonna have some insulin because I also want to eat Cocoa Pops. Cereal makes me spike horrendously, but I really like Cocoa Pops. When I first got diagnosed, I was really like worried about eating cereal, and cereal's has always been like one of my favorite things to eat. I just really like it, and I go through phases where I stop myself eating the foods that I enjoy, but I'm kind of in a headspace right now where I'm like, I really feel like we go through so much already. I'm not going to restrict myself from enjoying the foods that I really like, because then I just kind of feel worse about it all, and it makes me feel a lot more resentful about having diabetes. So if I want to eat cereal, I'm gonna eat cereal. Am I gonna go high? Yes. But I then try and like tell myself like, well, I have the means to bring it down. Like I can inject myself, I can do some cleaning or exercise. I don't know whether that's like necessarily the best mindset to have, but it's my mindset. Even carrying these 2 bags up a hill did not bring my blood sugar down. Literally, as soon as I plugged my phone in, I got a high alert. So not only is it Saturday, it is plant watering day. So I've got my little bottle and I'm gonna water my plant. This one, I'm a terrible plant parent. I can't remember this one's name. This is my pride and joy. This is Mildred, or Millie, the monstera. And then this is Siegfried, who I also absolutely love. He is a fiddle leaf fig. And I'm about to eat my Cocoa Pops. But Dexcom is saying I'm now 11, so I've gone up more. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do a finger prick because I do feel a bit strange, so I'm not sure if like maybe it's a bit inaccurate. Because I have another condition called autonomic dysfunction. Changes in my blood sugar levels can aggravate these symptoms, which can sometimes make me feel like I'm low, even when I'm really not. We'll do the trusty finger prick. So, okay, 8.6. I am coming down. I don't know why Dexcom is saying 11. It is on a bit of a funny position on my arm, like I've worn it here before. It has been quite painful, so I don't know if like the needle's kind of like shifting around a bit. So I would say, I was surprised like that it was rising, so I would say that I am most likely starting to drop. I'm not going to inject just yet, depending on what my levels are, because I obviously have to consider the other condition as well and how those symptoms will be affected by diabetes. If I'm feeling the way I do now, then I'll usually wait till I've eaten and then I'll inject, just because Fiasp is really quick for me. So I don't want to like already be coming down, having these other symptoms and feelings, and then inject and then go down even more. It's kind of how I deal with things, because I have to factor in this other wonderful situation that I have. So yes, I'm going to enjoy some Cocoa Pops, maybe watch some Lizzie McGuire, and I will check in. I might calibrate my Dexcom. We'll see. I'll give it another half hour. And if it's still quite inaccurate, I'm gonna calibrate it. And then if it's really not playing ball, then I might just swap it out. Stay tuned for more. Forgot to say, I also am gonna put my Cocoa Pops into Quin. So also in the few minutes that it's been since I told you, Dexcom has now come down to 10.4. So I'm just gonna leave it to it for now. Anyway, so I'm gonna put in my meal and my snack. So in my meal list, I already have my Cocoa Pops. So I'm gonna select Cocoa Pops. My carb range, I just have it set to that for this. Time 11:22. I'm not gonna add any insulin right now. In the past, I can see that I have done like what insulin I have previously taken with it. I usually give like 2.5 to 2 units because I spike quite big, like quite high with cereal, but then I always come down like really fast. So it's kind of something that I'm still trying to like master, I guess. And that is where like Quin has helped me quite a bit with that. So that is cool. So I'm gonna record my food, that is in there. And I can still see that my 1 unit of Fiasp is losing effect until 12:39. So I still have some insulin on board, plus all of the exercise that I've just done. I say exercise, I walked, but that is, I think, all having an effect as well.
It's called chalk.
Oh, I like it.
So I'm going to go for that one. What they had, and I landed. I just suddenly woke up this morning.
And there it was.
On Instagram and thought, that's the one. And if I don't like it, I'll return.
Okie dokie, so it's been about half an hour since I saw you last, and just as I thought, I'm now double arrow up. Can you see that? 14.9. I've just FaceTimed my family, so I kind of like completely lost track of time, and the fact that I needed to inject myself once I'd eaten. So I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna do 2.5 units of insulin. Okay, and I am gonna put it into Quin, correction, 2.5, and the time is 11:59. So basically, I still have the 1 unit of insulin on board from earlier. That's losing effect for another 40 minutes, starting to tail off now. And the Fiasp that I've just injected, 2.5 units, so that will start in 4 minutes time at 12:04, reaching strongest effect around 12:48. So that's pretty good. I need to go to the post office, so I'm gonna get all my gear on again, head out to the post office. I'm hoping the walk will help, like, bring me down a bit after the cereal. And then I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the afternoon, but I'll bring you along with me. So let's go to the post office. So I am back from the post office. That was something I've been meaning to do for a very long time, but I finally did it, and I think the walk was really good because as you will have seen, I now have an arrow straight down, so hopefully that'll kind of just level out a little bit. I'm gonna do some stuff around the house now, like a bit of tidying, so again that'll probably bring it down some more. I do struggle with keeping in range, like I've always struggled with that. I am usually on the higher end of things a lot. I don't really know why. It's something that I'm still trying to figure out. I have noticed that since I've had COVID, my blood sugars are just completely like uncontrollable, and that's really difficult to deal with. To be honest, it's been bringing me down quite a bit because it just makes you feel so rubbish. I don't really know what's going on, but the never-ending mystery of type 1 diabetes, it'll be fine. I'm trying to just be nice to myself and be kind to myself and just accept that, like, it happens. I'm not a bad, I'm not a bad person or a bad diabetic for it, so. 12, you can't see. Let me show you on my phone. I'm currently 12.4 with an arrow straight down. So I don't think I'm gonna go low, but I am a bit peckish. So I'm gonna have a snack and just put on a movie, I think. This milkshake for the whole thing, like I probably won't have the whole thing. Maybe I will. But let me see. So this is 330 mils in total. Per 100 mil, it's 10 grams of carbs. So it's essentially, what, 30 grams? Is that right? Yeah. I'll chat to you shortly.
It's nerve-wracking. I've never animated on stuff before.
I'm struggling a little bit with the jump.
The run feel, like Wayne said, like an amalgamation of.
Hi, so I'm just ironing a patch onto my jacket, but I just quickly checked my Dexcom while I was waiting for the iron to sort of like seal the deal on this part of the patch, and I am 8.7, which is really good. I clearly injected quite well for my snack that I had before, unless it's gonna like just do me dirty again and spike, but so far so good. And I'm happy with that. I'm feeling quite good. I felt really tired before, but I've had a nice chill on the sofa and just putting this patch on and watching a documentary still. I love documentaries. So we're in range for the first time in 2.5 days. This is such a good moment for me. Yeah. I am back with another update. So as you will have seen, I'm watching movies currently on Captain America and loving it very much. However, what I'm not loving is that I was in range and once again I am now out of range. Not too bad, like at all, like I'm 11.8, which is obviously high, but it's not the end of the world. But I am gonna inject some insulin. I had a notification before to say that the 6.5 units I had earlier has started to tail off and it's losing its effect until 7:41 p.m. I'm gonna just have 2 units of insulin now, and I'll obviously put it into Quin. And we're just about to make dinner, so hopefully I should be coming back into range, just like, I guess, as we're ready to eat dinner. I don't know though, just for it to then go back up again. So yes, I'm quite surprised at my levels today because I have been really quite active. Like I've been out twice and I've been like tidying the house here and there. Not like super intense, but certainly a lot more movement than I've been doing. Like working from home, obviously, like I'm just sat at my desk most of the day. I do try and get out at least once a day, but it can be difficult. Okay, so I've logged my insulin in Quin. There we go. So basically 2 units of Fiasp will start around 6:18, which is in a couple of minutes now. It's 6:14, reaching strongest effect around 19:02, which will actually be around the time that we sit down to eat. So it'll be interesting to see like what my blood sugars do. It's weird because like I dropped a little bit. Like I was in range, I was 8.7, dropped a little bit, then I went back up and now I'm 11.8. So I don't know. I'm gonna take you to the kitchen now and show you the dinner making process in our household. Welcome to our little kitchen. I think it's really cute. I actually did this myself. So, dinner is ready. We're having risotto with salmon and various vegetables and sweet and sour sauce. My prediction was correct with the injection that I'm now 10.8 with an arrow going straight down on Dexcom. I had a notification saying that my Fiasp had started, so I've still got the 6.5 units on board for another 20 minutes. And Fiasp, the 2 units I had before, is still at its strongest until 9:15. So I'm starting to feel a little bit like because I'm dropping quite fast, so it's like kicking off like my other condition, which makes me feel just a bit like weird and whatnot. But yes, so I'm going to inject after my meal for this, again, same as before. And yeah, I'm very excited for this meal, all cooked by myself. Steve is usually the chef in our house, but not today. Quin. Hi.